my old Christmas pounds on here. I have to rebalance myself. Rod breaking.
Well, good morning, everybody. B.Ledsome here with L&M Lake and Golf Retreat, and I am driving down to the lake from Odessa. I got up this morning about 6:30 and hit the road about 7 o'clock. So I had a huge storm roll in yesterday. It rained supposedly all day yesterday. So I decided to get up and make the 3-hour trip down, go take a look at the lake, see how much water we got. Looks like we might have got a couple of 2 or 3 inches of rain. Laura's in Fort Worth checking on our Aunt Pat, and we'll be there in about an hour and a half, and we'll see what we can see down there. You guys are going to get a bird's eye view just like I do when I get there. I haven't seen it. So the storms were pretty good. I texted Lojo, Brad, Jordan, Andrew, and showed them a picture of all the red and green and blue just swiping through there. 9 times out of 10, anytime I get a storm from the southwest or the south, it comes right up to the lake and hauls ass left or west or north, if you want to say that. Most of my good rains come in from the north or northeast. Keeping our fingers crossed, hoping we find something good. But I tell you what, the little creeks and rivers and all the fields out here have been freaking completely smothered with water. So it was a pretty good storm came through. See you guys in a little bit. Well, there's the Pecan Bayou, and it's got water in it and it's running. So that creek right there is usually dry, or a river, Pecan Bayou, and it had water in it running. So we're looking pretty good. About 25-30 minutes from the lake, just out of Abilene. About to come up on the Cross Plains in about 15 minutes. But anyway, just coming through this little town of Cross Plains, wanted to, you know, let you guys in on something. I know many of you have sent in comments like, drill a well, Mike, drill a well. Well, just to give you some idea of how many wells it would take to even keep the same level. Now, when our lake is full, it's about 70 acres. But the average acreage cover is about 50. If it's about, usually stays 75 to 85% full. So we're about 50 acres, and it's easier to figure the math too. So if you have 50 acres of water, surface water, and it averages roughly 8 foot deep, that's a pretty good body of water. So an acre foot of water is roughly 320,000 gallons of water. 1 acre, 1 foot is 300, we'll just say 300,000 gallons. So if you got 50 acres of water, and let's say it's May, June, July, August, and September, those 4 months, 4 or 5 months, major heat months out of the year in Texas. Well, if I have a 10-mile-an-hour wind and temperatures above 90, I'm going to lose a ½ inch of water a day if it doesn't rain, just to evaporation with the wind blowing and the sun shining on it. So a ½ of an inch of 50 acres, if you want to do the math, that's 24 divided by 300,000, which gives you about 13,000. Then you got to multiply that times 50. 50 acres. So a ½ inch is roughly 650,000 gallons of water per day that gets evaporated in those months. So to dig a well that will produce 650, 680,000 gallons of water, just not going to happen. It would take 20 wells producing 25 gallons a minute, running 24/7, just to keep the lake at the same level. Water wells out here are about $8,000 or $10,000 a piece. So to do 20 of those, and that's not counting the electricity and the piping and the plumbing and everything to run it in there. And even if you have the water table that you could get that out of, 25 gallons a minute out of a well in this area is very rare. So although I appreciate your comments saying dig a well, Mike, it really doesn't do any good. It's like peeing in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. There's no effect. I appreciate you guys' comments, and especially if they're positive. I really don't like negative comments, you know. But just to give you some perspective on where we're at with water. And I know you might say, well, it's better than nothing. Well, it's not cost effective. 3 or 4 or 5 wells, it's not cost effective. And those that are saying that the oxygen level's bad, when you have 15 or 20 acres of water, surface water, the wind blows 5 miles an hour or 10 miles an hour, and it aerates your water and puts oxygen in it. So I don't need a well or a fountain or anything like that. Mother Nature does it. I'm thinking we caught a foot or a foot and a half of water. That's what I'm hoping. But we're going to come up on the rain gauge here in about 5 minutes and check a few of the creeks behind the property. We'll see where we're at. We're pulling in here. The lake's right over here. I don't even want to look at it. Oh, man. We'll see, get out here and see what the rain gauge says. Oh, all right, well, here we are. You can see the rain gauge, not even an inch. Not even a freaking inch. Well, sorry to disappoint, because I am very disappointed right now. ½ inch of rain, and it rained here for a good 3.5, 4 hours. So hopefully it rained up north of us. Wow. See the disappointment, I guess. Well, let's go look. Might be better than what we think. All right, people. Not good news. We got not much water. Didn't even cover up the island, and all it did was water enough to make the grass grow up real high here. However, we're going to get on the old four-wheeler here. We're going to take a ride around the lake. We're going to just say, okay, it's not time yet. Not time yet. And you can tell I haven't mowed. Laura and I are coming down next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to mow the whole week. Brad's coming down. Let's go down to the dam. Oh. I'm not depressed, people. I'm not depressed. It's just not time yet. Just not time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the only thing that's good that's happening right now is see all this structure growing right here? Real structure. All this stuff right here. This is all growing. And it's gonna be all in there. And I put all this fake crap that you see here, we have already lost. I was hoping we'd catch a little bit of water. We have not. We have lost from here, right here, to right there. So we have lost another additional 6 inches deep because of evaporation. We've had 90 degrees, 96, 92, 88, wind blowing 15, 20 miles an hour. So we haven't had the water that we've wanted. Instead of gaining 1.5 feet of water, we lost like 6 or 8 inches. So I'm not discouraged. I'm just a little disappointed. It will come. The lake will fill back up. We're going to have a good time. But love you guys. God bless. Send the prayers. And see you later. Bye. Well, okay. I'm headed back to Odessa. Didn't want to stay there and have all this negative energy going through. And, you know, it's depressing to look at. But, you know, I still believe the lake will fill up and everything's going to be fine. It's not time to have a lake full right now. You know, there's lots of things going on in Laura and my life that we really don't have time to go down to the lake as much as we used to. You know, we've had to pay a little more attention to our company. So God has a plan for all of us. And you know, if that lake was full right now and I was having to mow all the time, that's just money that we don't need to spend down there right now to keep that place going. So, you know, God has a plan. So when it's time to fill up, it'll fill up. And, you know, I'm not keeping my head in the sand. I am a faithful Christian. Both Laura and I are, and we believe that things happen for a reason, and we go on with it. That's just the way it is. You know, God is great. He doesn't take anything from us. God doesn't take from us. He gives us. So now he's given us the opportunity to have patience and to do things we need to do. So we don't need to do that right now. It's all going to be good. Smiles. I'm just going to go play a little golf because that makes me feel really good. That makes me feel really good to go play golf with my friends. So I'll be back in Odessa in about 2.5 hours, play some golf, and have a good time. So positive energy, people. No sad faces. But I love you guys. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your prayers in the comments. Leave your positive comments in there. Love you guys. God bless. And we'll talk to you later.